All right, I see a couple of people joined us. Welcome
All right.
everyone to the Reviews Office Hours session. We'll get started in just about a minute. Give people a chance to join us from the Customer Awards session. Huge congrats to the winners, by the way.
Yes,
Well deserved.
congratulations. Great job by everyone.
Amazing. All right, Steve, do you want to do this?
Let's do it.
Awesome. All right. Thanks everyone for joining us today. My name is Abhishek. I am a product marketing manager here at Birdeye, and we'll be talking about all things Birdeye reviews. With me today is a very special gentleman. Steve has been doing this for the longest time. He's been helping small businesses go digital, succeed online, and get more revenue. Right. So, Steve, do you want to tell us a bit about yourself?
Yes, Abhishek, thank you so much for that kind introduction. So I like to call it Main Street America. I've had a passion for Main Street America now for over 25 years. I'm one of those folks that literally started my career helping Main Street America with yellow pages, and then from the yellow page world, taking them to the digital world. And how many of those business owners would say to me, I don't trust this thing called the Google? Well, here it is, right? It's here, and it's been here now for many years, and now I'm here in the SaaS space as well, and I am super excited about this next rollout that we have launched this week with Birdeye. I'm really excited to see and show how this can help Main Street America and all those small businesses that are out there. So I'm excited today to talk about this and answer any questions that some of you folks might have.
Absolutely, and we'll definitely talk about Bird AI. But before we do that, Steve, let's take a step back and kind of like touch upon what exactly is online reputation, and especially for small businesses, right? I mean, they are resource constrained. We know people, small business owners especially, are juggling a lot of hats, busy with a lot of multitasking. So given that, why should a small business be bothered about something like online reputation?
Listen, that's a great question, and I'm sure many small business owners would say, what keeps them up at night. The first thing that will keep them up at night is how do they keep their doors open, and how do they continue to have people coming through those doors. And let's be honest, we are in a world now where everything is done instantaneously. Everybody's got their smartphone in their hands. So the first thing, the most important thing is that consumer trust. If I'm looking for some place to eat, I moved from New York with some of the greatest restaurants in the world, right? About 6 years ago to the Midwest now. So for me, I still have a passion for Italian food. So when I'm looking for a good Italian restaurant, the first place I go is my Facebook page for my community here where I live. And I always said this, one or two comments about a particular place, right? That's just somebody making a recommendation, and it's just a comment. 3 or 4 now, all of a sudden, what does that become? That becomes like a trend now. Okay, people are starting to say the same thing. This restaurant's the place where you have to go. And perception ultimately becomes reality, whether it's good or whether it's bad. But let's be honest, most people these days, when they want to go someplace, whether it be a restaurant, whether they need, a house cleaner, whatever it may be, they want to hear other consumers, other people, and their opinions. So it's extremely important that the reputation of a business is trusted by the consumers out there. That's the most important one. The other thing that really is concerning, I'm sure, to many small business owners is exactly what I said. Everybody has a phone in their hands. And the average person is on their phone probably somewhere between 6 and 8 hours a day. And let's think about this. How many pop-up ads come up in your Facebook feed, come up in your Instagram feed, and whatever other social site that you're part of? Thousands upon thousands a day. So how is that going to be effective these days for a small business owner who probably has a pretty tight budget as it is? So why spend your money on ads like that? It's not like it was back in the day when you had, 10, 15 channels when you were throwing through your TV and you watched the commercial for 30 to 60 seconds. Very different approach these days. So that's another reason why your reputation matters, right? The other piece too is your competitive differentiation, right? At the end of the day, when you look at the competition that's out there, by having reviews, one of the things that will help you is that will help you optimize your business. It'll help you when someone's doing a search for a particular business like yours, whether it be a restaurant, whether it be a dry cleaner, or somebody who's fixing houses, right? At the end of the day, when someone writes a good review about you, it helps you with your rank. It helps you with the way you can be found on the Googles of the world and some of these other sites that you would be part of. It's actually attracting more customers by showcasing your reviews when people do the search. So it's something that definitely will help your business as well. But last and certainly not least is leveling the playing field. I used pizza as an example before, but let's be honest. Everybody likes pizza, right? Everybody likes good pizza. But the Domino's of the world that are out there and some of these chain pizzerias, they seem to get more of the business at times. Why? Because they're there. People can find them. It's easy to find them when they click on pizza in Suffolk County, right? But if somebody has good reviews, 40, 50, 60, 100 good reviews, I think that they have a better chance of somebody giving them a shot over a Domino's, or giving them a shot over some type of a box store for another type of business. So to answer your question, these are the 4 areas that small business America really needs to focus on. And their online reputation is everything these days. So this is where we can help them, but also more importantly, they can help themselves.
Absolutely. So great to hear that, Steve. For anyone who's just joining us, my name is Abhishek. I'm talking to Steve, who leads our all things sales for Birdeye for small business. And we are talking about the importance of online reputation for small businesses. And Steve just laid a great case for why small businesses need to focus on online reputation as a discipline. And now that we have made a case for the importance of online reputation management, Steve, tell us why should a business lean on a platform like Birdeye Reviews to manage online reputation and reviews? Why not do it just manually?
Well, again, a lot of the times when somebody is doing it on their own, first off, it's very time consuming. Okay. That's the first thing. So one of the things that we're immediately going to do for them, and I love talking to small business owners and asking them this very simple question. If I could give you 10 hours back in your week, what would that be worth to your business? And they know what their ROI is, and they know what their hours are worth, right? At the end of the day, that's the first thing we're going to do. We're going to take this off of their plate. We're going to take this from them, and we're going to put it together for them. So they're not going to have to worry about that. That's the first thing. The other one is that it's going to automatically generate reviews on Google, Facebook, plus over 200 other industry-specific sites. So now they're going to be seen everywhere that their reviews are going to be. They're going to be all over this map as well. The other thing that's really terrific is that they can respond to their reviews all from one inbox. The responses are automatically with custom templates, so they can make it set it up the way they want to see it. I said this earlier. It's also going to showcase their reviews on search. It's going to showcase it on social. As well as their website, which is, someplace where it should be, right? It's their own personal site, so it should be there as well. So the Bird AI is going to make Birdeye Reviews better than ever before by being able to do these things through our Bird AI. So that's extremely important for them as they run their small business.
Absolutely, and we'll delve into Bird AI shortly. But I see a few questions on chat already. I'd like you to add your 2 cents on that, Steve. So the first question, this is from Emma here.
Yeah.
So are there any tips on how to encourage customers to leave reviews? I hardly leave reviews as a person unless, I'm really blown away by the service that I've received. But how do you encourage a person like me to, go ahead and leave a review for?
Well, look, a lot of times too, restaurants will make it clear to them, say, hey, if you enjoyed your experience tonight, please leave a review. And next time you come in, appetizer on us. Or, if your experience was terrific, please spread the word. I don't like to go down roads where it makes it look like we're setting up for reviews. I always like to say, let the work, speak for itself. But more importantly, when you do a good job, you say to somebody, if I do a good job for you today, will you be kind enough to leave a review for me? It's really that simple. It's ask for it and you shall receive, do a good job and you shall get. So to me, that's really probably the easiest way to get a review. Can you send review requests based on specific triggers? When you say specific triggers, I'm not understanding that. Abhishek, do you understand what that means?
Yeah, I think I can take that up. So, Caroline, yes, we definitely can. So, it is possible to automate review requests based on certain triggers, such as an appointment completion or a purchase completion, or I mean, a demo completion, for example, right? So, the way you can do this is by connecting Birdeye to your CRM. I'm not sure what you use, but Birdeye integrates with over 3,000 CRMs and PMSs out there, and you can simply integrate Birdeye and select the trigger that is most relevant to you. Say, for example, you run a retail store and you want to send a review request right after a purchase is completed. You can do that. Similarly, if you are a healthcare provider and if you want to send out a review request after all the procedures are done and once the final invoice is generated, you can do that as well. So to answer your question, yes, you can send trigger based review requests. Awesome. One more question before we get into Bird AI, Steve. Ruchika wants to know, how many reviews should a local business have as a minimum?
Look, at the end of the day, I would say, small businesses, for example, restaurants and very local. I mean, for me, any positive review is a great review, right? So for example, let's say they have 15, let's say they have 20. The one or two that somebody would hone in on are the ones that are unanswered if there was a negative experience per se. So for me, I think at the end of the day, you want to see double digit reviews, but more importantly, I think the one that you need to pay attention to is the kind of reviews that they're getting. I mean, I'll use an example. Someone could have 200 positive reviews, but 2 or 3 negative reviews. Those are the ones that I think that people will hone in on. And those are the ones that people will, question whether or not this is a place that they want to do business with because it was a negative experience. So I think, obviously you want as many reviews as you can get, but where I would mostly focus on though is that if someone says something, answer it honestly, respond immediately, right? And maybe respond once, and then if they say something again, you respond one more time to show that you're engaged. And then I think that's it. So at the end of the day, the biggest thing here is the response time to a review that maybe has a question, saying something positive, thanking them for that positive review. But if they have a question about service or if they have a question about the business that's not so that's not so positive, that's the ones that you need to respond to very quickly.
That's awesome. All right, I think we have talked about Bird AI quite a bit. For anyone who did not or could not attend Deepak's keynote that walked you all through all of the Bird AI features, this is what Bird AI can do for reviews specifically. You can automatically generate review responses for anyone who's been using Birdeye. This feature has been available for the past 3 months or so, and most of the folks that we speak to have been really enjoying this. You can also rephrase review responses, so you can turn your rough drafts into on-point, empathetic review responses. You can also generate a quick summary from hundreds of thousands of reviews with a click of the button. And lastly, Bird AI will also help you become multilingual. So very easily you can understand reviews that are coming in from any language, translate them into English, and you can also reply to those reviews in the language of the customer's choice. So let's take a look at Bird AI very quickly. Let me pull up the live demo environment. While I do that, Steve,
As you're doing that, one of the things I want to say to the folks that are out there, what's really exciting to me is that, as we know, again, small business owners, man, they do everything. They're the CEO, the CFO, they're the server on nights when someone calls in sick. But what Bird AI is going to do for their business, it's truly going to take the thinking out of their reputation management. And sometimes, a review can be tough. It can be tough to respond to, or it can be in a language that you don't understand, right? These are all the things that Bird AI are going to take right out of the equation. And I'm going to allow you now here to do a demo, but the real essence of this is that, one person is doing everything. It makes it easy.
Absolutely.
So that's the thing that I think most small business owners want to hear. It takes the thinking out of the equation, right? They don't have to be a software specialist to be able to do this, and they're able to get back to these responses fast and accurately. Those are the biggest things that a small business owner can take away from this.
Absolutely. And especially for small business owners, we've already made it clear why online reputation management matters. And I think Bird AI is the ideal wingman that can help you manage your online reputation at scale and help you grow without really adding resources. So let's quickly look at how Bird AI can do all of these things. So let's start with the review summary feature. Now, like I was telling, if you deliver great service, expect to get a lot of positive reviews and expect to get a lot of reviews. And many times you would want to see what these reviews exactly are saying, because getting those reviews, while it's great, the real meat lies within like in the content of those reviews, right? You want to understand what the sentiment of the customers is, and what are the areas where you are doing well and where you need a bit of improvement. So all you have to do is click on this AI icon here, and Bird AI will automatically summarize the 100 most recent reviews, and it will tell you some of the recurring themes from the customer feedback. Like I said, it will tell you what is working, what is not. So here you can see, for example, pricing seems to be an issue, right? Like compared to initial estimates from Lush Landscaping, the actual price tended to go high. So this is something that you may want to look at as a business owner. There's also an option to download, email, or copy the summary. You can also regenerate the summary. If you're not happy with this draft, you can ask Bird AI to take another stab at generating this review summary, and Bird AI will do that for you. So that is review summarization. Steve, do you think this will be helpful for our small business friends?
Yeah, I do. Again, like I said earlier, it just takes the thinking out of the equation. It also helps them with tougher responses. But more importantly, it's an incredible time saver. Think about
Absolutely.
how fast this can get done, especially if you're able to set it up the way you want to set it up. So yeah, I think small business America is going to be ecstatic about this.
Brilliant. All right, so let's look at the next feature. I think we already have. Most people would already know about AI assisted review responses. If you don't, uh, so let's take an English review to begin with, for example, right? So now this is a good review. You want to reply to this review. Saksham has taken the time and effort to, leave you a very personalized, contextualized review, and you would want to reply to this with in an equal measure, right? And you can do that just by clicking this icon and hitting reply,
Yeah.
and Bird AI will generate the ideal response based on what Saksham has mentioned in their review. So again, just a click of the button. You don't need to hire an army of content writers or experts. You get personalized, contextualized review responses to each and every review.
And you just nailed it. I have spoken to thousands upon thousands of small businesses around the whole country. Okay. And one of the things that they'll always say is, I can't afford it. I can't afford, so I don't know what to write. I can't hire somebody to do this. And if they do, it's usually somebody out of college for 15, $20 an hour, and then they'll just do the best they can. This takes all of that out of the equation. Once again, it allows them to not have to worry about that, and it gets done for them. So this is tremendous for small business owners.
That's great to know. I hope everyone sees value in this. Uh, s- Segueing from what you were saying, right, Steve? I mean, oftentimes, what you want to say, especially to negative reviews are tricky to respond to, right? And you know what you want to say, but you don't know how to say it.
Right.
Like this review, for example, right, from Philip. It is not too kind. I want to respond to this in a nice way, but it's just not easy, right? And oftentimes, you negative reviews are difficult to deal with, especially if you are like me, you can take them personally, and
Right.
when you respond to these reviews
Right.
in that state of mind, I don't think that is good for anyone. So I'm looking at this review, and in the state of mind that I am in, this is what I want to say, right? Of course.
And as you're
I
typing that, I'm going to answer Madeline. great news for you. It is not costing you anything additional. It's part of your contract, and you can use it for every product that you have with us. So no, it will not cost you any more money.
Awesome.
Here we go. That's what they
Yeah,
like to hear, right? More bang for the buck.
absolutely. And that's what we are committed to delivering, right? So yeah, I think I was just talking about, I mean, responding to negative reviews. Again, I mean, this is the rough response that I can come up with. This is the best that I can come up with, but I know that this is not what I can
That
post
ain't gonna
publicly.
fly. No, it's not flying, bro. That ain't flying.
So all I need to do is, I mean, ask Bird AI to change the tone of this response. So I'll ask it to make it more formal, and suddenly you will see that, I mean, this is way better than I was able to come up with. So again, I mean, you can just replace the name and, I mean, change it to Philip. I can also ask Bird AI to, I mean, make it longer or shorter. So let's see, I mean, I want to make this longer and, make it sound more empathetic, for example.
Yep.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, as you can see, this is way better than Tough Luck Bro. That was what I came up
Right.
with. So
Yeah.
I think this is good to post. So yeah, that is response rephrasing. The last capability that I want to show is response translation, especially small businesses. If you are dealing with multilingual customers and if you don't have language experts to lean on, I think this feature can come in really, really handy. So again, as you can see, we have this review in Spanish. I don't speak Spanish. So all I have to do is hit this icon and it will translate the review in English.
Mhm.
Again, to respond, I can just hit reply. I will get a personalized response in the language of the customer, right? Again, if you want this to be translated to English, you can do that again.
Terrific. That's just fabulous.
But yeah, you can also, I mean, again, translate it into
Right.
Spanish.
Honestly, we
Debashri
want
has
to keep
left a review in Spanish, and all you have to do is, I mean, post reply, and you would have replied to Debashri in the language of her choice. So yeah, that is just a sneak peek into what Birdie can do for you when it comes to reviews. We would love for you to try it out within your accounts and let us know what you think of it.
No, this is fantastic, and I could speak for all of our small business account executives as well as our leadership team. We're all hands on deck here. And as we get into the back end of the year here, let's be honest. Most of the businesses out there now are already starting to think about 2024 and how can they make their business better. How you can make your business better? Get reviews, right? Make sure that you're getting the reviews. Make sure that you're responding to the reviews, the positive ones, the not so positive ones. But more importantly, make sure that you're managing your time correctly. And at the end of the day, where I think in the small business world, where this is going to help us the most, is giving them more time back in their day to actually manage their business and take one of these important aspects of the business off their plate and be able to have them sleep at night, at least for this specific piece.
Well, absolutely. And it reminds me of, I mean, Jay's session from earlier on, right? I mean, customers expect you to engage with them wherever you have your logo present. So be it social media, be it messaging, be it reviews. And within reviews, I think there are hundreds of review sites where customers will expect to find you and engage with you. uh, Even if you have, like, I mean, just one location, if you are, I mean, a small shop, it'll still not be easy for you to manually manage interactions across all of these channels. So yeah, I think AI is a great tool for you to leverage and, I mean, use it to your advantage. Like Steve mentioned, get additional hours in the day, like, I mean, unlock time, unlock money, and just focus on what matters and let AI take care of everything else.
Absolutely. Well, this was fun. I really enjoyed my time doing this, and I'm excited, for us to hear some feedback from our customers, from our existing customers, from our new customers. This is a great time to be part of Bird AI.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for doing this, Steve. I think we are almost out of time. If anyone has any other questions, feel free to send them to us. We will reply to them offline. But for now, thank you so much, and uh, yeah, see you soon. Thank
All
you.
right, let's go. Have a great day, everybody.